Hello everybody, welcome to our Wanderlust live launch event. I am Kasia Avery and with me behind the camera is my husband Jamie. We are the founders of Everything Art and the creators of Wonderlust, and we are so excited today. Now this word is going to be repeated many times, but we are so excited because this is the day of the year, the time of the year when we get to share with you what we've been working on very secretly behind the scenes for the past few months. And another reason why we're so excited, and that's a big one, is because for many of you this is the time of the year when you are going to say your big fat bold, sparkly yes to a year of creativity. You're gonna make that beautiful commitment, and if you do that with Wanderlust 2026, we will be super honored. And also, this feels like a culmination of everything we've learned as Everything Art in the 11 years of creating Wanderlust, and of our connection with you students, adventurers. And I know many of our existing adventurers are watching right now, so thank you everyone for joining and for being here. Now, if you're new, you may be wondering what Wanderlust is, so I will explain all of that in the next few minutes. But before we dive in, I would love to find out where you're watching from, so please pop into the chat and let us know where you're at. And also, as we go along, please feel free to ask questions. Type them into the chat, we will collect them, and later I will do my best to answer them during our Q&A. So, if you're new to Wanderlust, you may be wondering what this is all about. So let me give you the big picture. Wanderlust is our year-long online course in mixed media, and it's 48 lessons spread across 4 seasons. So imagine a whole year and you receive a beautiful, inspirational and instructional video lesson from one of our teachers straight into your inbox and into the classroom. And for 2026, we're going beyond our journaling, because our journaling's been a big focus of Wanderlust for the past few years. But 26 is a little different. While our journaling is still at the heart of our course, we are also diving deep. We're gonna have projects like canvases, assemblage, mobiles, even simple sculpture, bolting, and altered art, and a lot more. So this is the kind of variety, I believe, that keeps you wanting to go back to your art desk every week, that keeps you like excited, you know, about your art routine, and really helps you build that habit of including art in your life. So yes, you will learn a lot of techniques, a lot of them. But what is also really important for us on Wanderlust is the fact that we are here to celebrate our creativity, to really appreciate it, and to grow as humans. And at the heart of Wanderlust is this belief that if you nurture your creativity, you nurture yourself. And we want you to bring that approach to art to your life, where you make space for yourself. So this is a year of creativity as a self-care. You will be looking at your art desk, at your art supplies, and feel that this is like a safe space, you know, where you can express yourself, where you can play, because how often do we get to play as grown-ups, right? Like not that much. So yeah, never really, unless you're really lucky. And Wanderlust and our art, mixed media art, is a perfect opportunity for that, to have that moment of time where you can play and really have fun, let loose. It will be your safe space, it will be your place where you can feel things, where you can capture things, and where you can grow as an artist and as a human as well. Wanderlust 26 is intermediate course level, but if you dabbled in collage, scrapbooking, card making, stamping. If any of these sound familiar, if you ever used any paints, you will be right at home. You will get weekly lessons with Wanderlust, so straight into the classroom or into your inbox, I mean both, but they are also available with lifetime access and are fully downloadable with subtitles in several languages. So that is really good because you can do it weekly and very regularly and build that routine how it feels right, or you can do it at your own pace. And you know, if time gets busy, you just pause and you get back to it, and it's all there waiting for you in the classroom. So every video lesson will also come with a beautiful handout with instructions and extra inspiration and photographs that you can print out or just view on your device to really follow the steps and get as much detail and make the most out of this lesson. And you will also get access to a special place where you will get to connect with your fellow adventurers, other students, as well as ask direct questions to your teachers. And that's really exciting because, you know, you will really feel like you're in the middle of it. You will not feel isolated, even though this is an online course, right? So we put a lot of work and passion into building that community, and we see our adventures grow year after year, and big part of that is being able to connect with fellow adventurers. So that's the heart of Wanderlust. But what makes it really exciting is how we built it around 4 seasons. There are 4 seasons in the year, so all the lessons are grouped in 4 seasons and they follow a theme to kind of give us that structure and help us make the best possible learning and inspirational experience for you. So the first season is called Roots and Wings, and let us give you a little preview of it.
We are going to be working on using very contrasting papers, light and dark, and applying them on the pages a certain way with that focus of a path guiding home, right? That light the way home.
The artwork we're going to be creating is this. This is a technique that can easily be converted or put onto a double spread. And I hope that you will have as much fun watching this lesson and making your own as I did.
I really like these because they hold a lot of water and pigment, so I can cover a lot of ground quickly.
This is what I ended up with, these 3 colors. And it was so odd because this is red cabbage. This is that last red cabbage that I put on the stovetop.
I love that notion that there's so much going on beneath the surface. So we're going to be working with mixed media. We're going to work in long form panels because I'm really interested in the notion that as well as what's going on beneath, there are maybe things starting to happen up above as well. So a tall format is going to give us room to play with that.
This is a type of weaving called crookbrag. It's also Scandinavian. I love this pattern, so I want to try to see if I can incorporate this as well.
Hello lovely Wanderlusters, I'm Diane Reevely. This year I'm going to be very selfish and I'm going to focus on myself. So we are going to make an art piece that you are going to be able to hang in your studio, your work area.
And then it hit me, I should use her art to make new art, to give her art a second life.
Let's give ourselves permission to gift ourselves this time. In fact, you know what? It's probably not even a gift, it's a necessity, isn't it? Art journaling and creating is a necessity.
So that's Roots and Wings. Exciting, right? This is the first season where we set our intention, where we make a commitment to really spread our creative wings, but we're also looking at our roots, where we come from, our backgrounds, and how that influences and informs our art. Now the second season is called Paper Alchemy, and this is, you'd think, all about paper, but that's just a small part of it. Our teachers are presenting so many brilliant techniques using paper that, well, my mind was blown. And I think if you are into collage, if you love to work with paper, if you love to collect, you will be right at home. Let us show you a little preview of this season.
In this section of the course, we're thinking about paper alchemy and all the magic ways in which we can use paper. And the title of this class is called Reimagining Paper. And basically, we're just going to be playing with paper and creating wonderful, aged, textured papers that we can use in our artwork.
So in a spirit garden, it is very much, we're going to be working primarily in watercolor, creating a floral, but it is very much a layered approach to a type of storytelling that you can do through art like this that I don't really feel like you can do in other ways. And it is so restorative to my soul when I practice this sort of mindful painting.
I've got a project for you this year which I would describe as truly mixed media. There really is a bit of everything involved.
But one thing I always come back to is beaches, seascapes, coastal images inspired by the holidays I go on. I love to capture them in these little A6 postcard size collages, and that's what this lesson is going to be about.
I'm going to roll it up. Some people do this outside. I don't think it's going to need to be outside. I think it'll happen right here.
And I've tried to limit the supplies so that you're not having to buy lots of specialist texture pastes and different products. The things that we're going to use are fairly sort of basic, and once you've got them, you can just use them for so many different effects.
And so in my lesson this year, we're going to be working in paper in the raw, and so we're going to be working with cardboard, masking tape, and paper mache.
That was season 2, Paper Alchemy, and doesn't that look really exciting? We will explore so many techniques that I am sure your creativity will be really buzzing. That was just a little preview of the season, just so you know. There are a lot more techniques and lessons included in that season, but Jamie condensed it into a little preview for you so you can kind of get a taste of what's it going to be like. The third season is called Stories Unfolded, and this is my personal favorite because I love meaningful art. I feel like this is what makes art art, when we put a story into it, when we don't just play but also make it about something. So Stories Unfolded will celebrate our personal unique stories, and even if you think I have no stories to tell, our teachers will show you that yes, you do, and you have beautiful stories to tell. And not only that, we will show you ways in which you can express them into tangible, beautiful, and very, very unique art. I bet you want to have a little look at Stories Unfolded, so here it is.
It's all about embracing your stories by using colors and textures and symbols and sentiments and words that mean something to you.
But I love just the organic nature we're kind of getting right now. I've got some focuses. I saved some glasses up here. I just like that little pop of color, but also just the ripped paper, the flowers. It's speaking to me right now.
Before we start the art portion of this, I want to invite you to think of an animal that resonates with you. I'll talk through what I did and how I got to the rabbit, but and you can totally follow along with the rabbit and learn all the techniques that way and then find an animal that resonates with you. But I just wanted to tell you what inspired this for me.
The why is because of what we just talked about, because it is part of the story. You don't see all of my layers when you meet me. You wouldn't know, oh, she didn't know her father and she never knew she had brothers and sisters until she was 30. We don't reveal all of our layers until you get to know somebody.
Ta-da, ta-da! This is what's not gonna tear. Look at that. beautiful stencil with the ghost print. Oh, I think I really like the ghost print the best because you can see more of the designs with the ghost print because it's got all of those beautiful shapes.
I'm going to take one of my little scraps of silk and then just get a little paintbrush, get a bit of the wood glue, and I'm going to wind this piece of silk around part of this twisted wire.
Then I added some texture, and here I created a little accordion book, as well as adding some treasures so that you can take a better look at the boxes we're going to be making.
I like to think of these little journals as just a way to work on my art practice, but also to document what it is that I'm interested in at the moment, what I'm working on, something that I feel a pull towards, and then they become little snippets or reminders of what I experienced and what I loved.
Now, don't these projects look exciting and intriguing? And I have to say that we have a lot of experimentation on Wanderlust 2026. And I think with our intermediate skill level and the seasons that we've prepared for our teachers to work with, I think it kind of enabled or encouraged in a lot of them to bring out supplies that they're not used for a while or not played with that much, experiment with them, and then build their lessons around them to really bring that variety to your art space. And Stories Unfold is beautiful, beautiful season. I'm so excited. You've seen that little bit from Jane Chip, where she creates this beautiful, very light and gentle mobile. It's so gorgeous. I am so excited for you to see this lesson. But I bet many of you are thinking, can I sign up? Just give us a few more minutes. I think we have about 10 and we will be opening the classroom live here on this live stream. Now, fourth season is called The Elements Within. And that season is the perfect way to wrap up the year, to help you reflect and listen to that inner voice. We will be truly connecting with our creative energy through intuitive art, with brilliant techniques, lots of dimensional 3D projects and really exciting subjects, but also really giving ourselves the space and time and opportunity to feel what it feels like to be ending a year with Wanderlust. So Elements Within, here's your little preview.
Now today we're going to be making a landscape of a cosmic sky, a celestial sky. And in that sky we're going to be having constellations, specific constellations that are important to us in the sky. And we're also going to be putting a portrait as well.
At this stage, I would like to make this a larger square actually. So predominantly one colour, but as you can see in here, there are the hues of the green, in the green of the yellow and the blue mixing. So it's nice textured, but predominantly a solid colour.
Using the same brush, I'm not being fussy. Oh, and look at how that just offers another level of depth.
I am just sharing with you a way that I would create a mandala, which for me brings in lots of mixed media techniques, and you know, we can create lots of extra pops at the end with layers of neons, and yeah, it's just going to look really, really gorgeous when it's finished.
You can see I'm not stenciling, I'm just doing like a little bit of a circle around her. Again, a little bit of a nod to like the idea of divinity, femininity, all of that. And I think I want to add a little bit over here just to draw in that gold.
So the idea is that you write, but you're not writing specific words. You are just moving your pen along the page or the fabric, and you are just making marks that may resemble writing.
For me, looking through windows is about perspective, about seeing things
from a distance versus close up. So there's a lot of meaning for me about change and possibility in those two. So that's why I'm incorporating it into the mobile.
So how does that look? To me it looks really exciting, and we specifically put Nikki Tracus, a clip of Nikki Tracus' lesson and Dan Donovan's lesson, because Dan Donovan is painting a beautiful, very abstract, bold acrylic composition, and Nikki Tracus on her Wonderlust 26 lesson, she's using the most gorgeous fluid watercolors in a way that creates depth and layers, and these lessons are so different, and that's what Wanderlust is all about. So Wanderlust is like, think of it as your year-long creative heartbeat. That's what I'm thinking, that's what it is. So you get fresh ideas, fresh projects almost every week. You get to use supplies in different ways almost every week. And you get to explore very varied styles. And all of that is thanks to our team of teachers. And I have to say, we are super excited about our teaching team for Wonderlust 2026 because we've put a lot of extra time and effort into finding some fresh new faces for you. So there are some familiar teachers that you probably know well as quite a lot of new faces, which will bring that freshness and that variety to the whole year for you. And yes, we have men on Wanderlust teaching, finally. I know that was needed. So we have the masculine element, but with brilliant art. And I'm just so excited. So you will be able to see the full lineup of teachers on our website, but yeah, it's a good one. So that's Wanderlust 2026. But that's not all, because I know some of you will want to go deeper, dive even deeper. And for those, we have something new.
Often the first thing you might do, so you would put down something to block the white, and then you would keep working on top of it and maybe remove it at a later time. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm also going to show you how to add resist later on in your process, and I'm going to show you how to layer up resist techniques to get more complexity.
So I have some Neocolor pastels that I just have them to hand. So you could use acrylic paint, but I just have a green. These are water soluble, so they mix really well with acrylic paints. I have some white on my palette, and so I'm just gonna ease that down a little.
The technique that I'm going to teach you today is one of my absolute favourites. It's a technique that I've used for years, and the reason I've used it so much is because it's incredibly versatile, and it allows you to apply images to all sorts of different surfaces.
When I store acrylic skins, I like to put them between sheets of baking paper so that they don't stick to everything else, because they will otherwise.
This is what we're going to be making in the video, and all of the different patterns, those kinds of things on there are courtesy of good old bleeding ink. And we're also going to use one of my favorite art supplies, and that is cardboard.
The theme is this kind of neutral palette, a lot of texture, but very minimalistic and simple. Yet the elements we're going to create to work with and cut up and rip and tear and glue and adhere, they're going to have some complication and texture and richness and gorgeousness to them.
That's Wanderlust Plus. Wanderlust Plus, you can think of this as an extension pack for your Wanderlust 2026. So you will be able to add it to your cart at checkout when you're signing up to Wanderlust 2026. And it comes with several lessons that are scattered throughout the year and coincide with Wanderlust 26 year-long week-long breaks, but also some extras, some bonuses, a little look behind the scenes with Jamie, who will put together a little montage of deleted scenes from my lessons, because I talk a lot when we're recording and sometimes it's not appropriate, but you will get to see it if you're on Wanderlust 26 Plus. So you'll be able to add it at checkout with a 50% discount. If you forget, don't worry, it will also be available to sign up on the thank you page once you sign up to Wanderlust 26. And if you forget again, don't worry, drop us an email, hello@everything-r.com, and we can send you a private link to join Wanderlust Plus. Right, so to sum up, Wanderlust 26 is 48 lessons released weekly with lifetime access. Everything is downloadable. We have a payment plan available. All videos come with several different subtitles, and we have beautiful printable handouts, which I just love so much because our teachers poured so much work into them, and of course into their video lessons. So that is really, really, really lovely. Now, have we got any questions, or have I forgotten to mention anything? If you have any questions, ask them now, please.
I don't see any.
Cool. So that means I probably exhausted the subject. Right, so while we have this moment, I would like to show you something which I actually did mention. On Wanderlust, we have video lessons and 4 seasons, and we close every season with a live stream from me. I started that in 2025 and I really love it. It's a way to connect with the students in a more direct way and to wrap up and close the season in a more meaningful way. And I thought a good idea for that is for me as a teacher to follow the lesson, one chosen lesson from that passing season. So kind of do this project again with you to dive deeper, show you that I do it slightly differently maybe, or I introduce different supplies, and to ensure that you are aware that each lesson can be interpreted differently to fully express who you are, because our teachers create lessons, right? And all these techniques and the step-by-steps for you to take them and play with them in your own way. So here is an example of something I did on 25. This is in my junk journal. My favorite art form, there's no hiding that fact. During my live stream, I followed a lesson from 25 from a brilliant teacher we had this year, Tony Burt. And the thing that I did here was that, and it was a big deal for me, was that I included whimsical elements, like illustrative elements, because I'm usually very abstract. And Tony Burt was encouraging that. And this is the thing that our students often say is important when you participate in Wanderlust. Those lessons that you see, they come every week, right? And some of them you'll see and they will be very far away from your usual style, and they'll be like, oh, I don't really do that. And then you try that lesson and this is the most groundbreaking lesson for you. And I think these are the lessons that will give you the most growth and most excitement. Right, okay.
Right, a couple of questions.
That's Jamie's voice, by the way.
Hello. How long are the lessons each week?
The lessons, the length of the videos, well, they are around maximum an hour long, sometimes...
Yeah, between 30 minutes and an hour usually.
30 minutes and an hour. But you can speed through them. There's a special button, and especially if I talk slowly, I know some students put me on slightly sped up version. Or you can, of course, also print out the handout to follow the steps without necessarily having to listen to every word on the video.
Somebody's asking if the video will stay on YouTube. Yes, it will be saved, so you'll be able to watch it again later.
Yes.
And somebody asked about Wonderlust Plus. If they've already bought Plus, yes, just send us an email and we can
Yes, if you already purchased Wanderlust 26 because you were on a secret early access list, then yeah, just drop us an email, hello@everything-r.com, and we will get you sorted. Right, it's
3 o'clock.
It's nearly 3 o'clock, and I am ready to press the button to to open the Wonderlust classroom. But before I do that, I need to tell you that we have this special deal. The first 2,000 people who sign up to Wanderlust 2026 will get it at $99. The regular price is $199, so that's a huge saving. These spaces, 2,000 early bird spots, historically they sell out in the first 24 hours of this official pre-sale. So if you are thinking Wanderlust could be for you, you want to really read through that sign-up page today, right? To make sure you get that deal and don't miss out. Right, so I'm going to press the button. I'm very excited. Right, just one button, hey? Which one is it? I think I done it. Right, there will be a link in the chat of this live stream, or you can go to everything-r.com and you'll be able to access the sign-up page, which will tell you all the details about the course, where you can see all the teachers, where you can see the schedule, the preview of the curriculum, and where we answer, hopefully, all of the questions, which you probably don't have because I already said everything. Right, anything else to mention, Jamie? Have we missed anything?
I don't think so.
Right, so you can go and grab your early bird spot right now. If you're considering, do it sooner rather than later, because these early bird spots sell out quickly. We cannot wait to see you in the classroom. Thank you very much for joining me and our team here today. We're so happy and grateful that we get to create this content for you. Thank you very much, and see you hopefully in Wanderlust 2026 classroom. Bye bye.